Hello there everybody, this is Graham, my son is the Collector75. Welcome to another Transformers Takara Legends review. This one has literally just popped through my door today. This is the Takara Legends LG-42 GODBOMBER. And I think I've had this guy pre-ordered ever since basically he was announced, actually. I originally made my decision to go with the Takara version of Optimus Prime, or Jinrai, whatever you want to call him. I'm going to call him Optimus Prime because, obviously, he's Optimus Prime to me. Yeah, I went with that version mainly because of the cab. I just preferred the look of the cab on Optimus Prime here. And so I went with that one, and then, obviously, because of that, when they announced this guy, it was just a no-brainer to get this, and I'm really glad I did. At first, I really thought this guy was going to be no bigger than a deluxe, but this is actually quite a big chunky figure. I mean, this is half the size of Optimus here. I've got him in the combined super trailer mode. It's actually pretty cool. It looks really good, and it really does homage the original G1, and I love that, even though that was like a weird, just a brick of a toy. But this is brilliant. I love this toy. It is a bit parts formery in places, but it's still pretty good. Right, let me just show you the box, in fact, because the box is pretty cool. He does have 3 modes, well 4 if you're counting combining with Optimus Prime here. Now he does have this, which is his base mode. Any toy over the size of a deluxe in this line has a base mode. It's okay. It basically is just what he is, with the cab section folded down and the legs folded out. I'm not a big fan of the base modes. I mean, I didn't mind Optimus Prime because, well, he had that in G1. And so, yeah, I didn't mind him, but I don't know, all the rest, like Soundwave and that, I'm not that keen on. Right, so anyway, so this is GODBOMBER in his truck mode. This is how he connects onto the Optimus Prime. He just connects straight back into the back between these 2 little ports here. You just open them up and then close them shut. And he connects pretty well. We'll just stick Optimus Prime all the way over there to the back. And this is pretty good. I love the clear windows he's got there. You can put up to 3 Titan Master figures inside it. It just opens up easily, and you can see him here. This is GODBOMBER's Titan Master. No idea what his name is. I'm sorry about that. It could be Go Shooter, it could be anyone actually. I really do not know. But this is Optimus Prime's Titan Master, whatever you want to call him. And you can fit a 3rd in there, which is really good because it really does showcase the old TVs, the old Master Force TV series. I love that. That is pretty cool. So this is his Titan Master. Now he doesn't have the same range of movement on the arms, because normally it feels like they're on ball joints, but this guy doesn't. Well, it is, but it really doesn't feel like it wants to be. But it's still pretty good, and he's still painted up the usual sort of like Takara way that they usually do, which is pretty cool. We'll put him back there. We'll just turn him into a head right now because he ain't got much of a function on that. And there you go. So you've got about 3/4 of a head there, which ain't too bad, but it'll come into play a bit later. And so we move on to the truck. It's got nice colour-coded wheels with Optimus Prime. They're just a tiny bit smaller, but at least it's got painted rims. It does have this gun on top, which I'm not a big fan of. Mine is slightly loose, but it's just the way it's sort of made, constructed, whatever you want to call it. It does open out, and so you can fit a guy inside it. Don't see the point. You can fit the sword that comes with him underneath it. Not a big fan on that, but you can do it. And it does come with a little rocket for some reason. I have no idea exactly why it wasn't moulded in, but maybe it's so you can pretend that you've shot it at someone. I don't know. Yeah, other than that, it does exactly what it says on the tin. It is a small truck, and it's pretty good. Right, straight from the off, some of these panels are a bit annoying to fit into place, especially on my one, or maybe it's just me, I don't know. But they do pop off, but you get used to it, and once you figure out where they're going, you don't have too much trouble actually. Right, so let's get transforming this. Right, so we take this gun off, and he's got a fairly simple-ish transformation. We are now, let's see if I can remember it actually. Just start disconnecting things. Now these arms will always start coming apart because of the nature of what they're going to do when he combines with Optimus Prime into Super God Jinrai. I think that's what his name was, wasn't it? Right, so then what we're going to do is we're going to manoeuvre these around to the back. Oh, hang on. I'm supposed to straighten out. I'm supposed to rotate these down first of all. That gets them out of the way. Rotate these around to the back, and then these open out, like so. His gun has fallen off, but that don't matter. That's my little table for you. And then this whole section is going to raise up. Now there's a double hinge joint you got to make sure you get just right. So when it collapses inside, like that, we're just going to open that out. How does that go in? It ain't too important at the moment because we've still got all this other stuff to do, which namely being his legs. And we rotate these down, and now he's actually quite a tall figure, and I really like it. These are his little feet. You can just hinge those out slightly, just because he is slightly back heavy, but you can sort that out. Anyway, right, so you're going to come back now round to the back, fold that down a little bit, and now this will just, oh yeah, that's one, I always forget this bit. You got to rotate this little section out, and that, oh, if I can get it in to actually see it, that is just going to slide under there, and once you've got everything in, close it all up, they just fit nicely together. And then you can come around to these arms, and now there is a little groove just here. That is going to go into that little port just there, and that closes in like so. Same on the other side if you line it up correctly. Then you can just mess about with these arms, and then we come to the actual arms themselves. Now they do come apart and like to come apart, so it's easier usually just to fold the hands out already, and then there's a little groove, just this one here, and that fits just into there like that, and then this one will collapse around and fold that under. That gives you one arm, and again, if you can do it without it falling off, all the better, but it always nearly does, so you just fold it out already, and then just get that back into your groove under there, and that will fit into the top one. Fold that down, and there we have God Bomber in his robot mode. He's got some nice little ankle tilts there. Oh, there we go. Now this gun will fit just in there, like so. And then we need to give him his little Titan Master partner. Let me just angle this camera up so we can see it. And now that is just going to fit snugly into place if he wants to go in. Why doesn't he want to go in? There we go. And then we fit this little helmet straight over the top. And there we have him. Let me just raise this camera up. There we go. And you can see from there, that is a good head sculpt. I love it. Absolutely brilliant. It is a great figure. You've got some independent movement on those figures there, and you can move his thumb joint around. I'm not going to move it too much because then you've got to move it flat again for when you turn him into Super God Jinrai. But it is actually pretty damn cool. Right, just one more thing I've noticed there. It's supposed to tuck that away. I'm not exactly sure how this back bit is supposed to go, whether you can just leave it like that. It doesn't really matter too much. You can do what you want with those. He's got the usual range of movement. He's got some great articulation. These little knee joints here, they're on those little spinny joint things, whatever you call them. And of course he can, like in the comic that he comes with, you can attach some Combiner Wars figures to him, which is pretty cool. So he's got the usual little Combiner Wars connectors on his legs. You just disconnect him there. Disconnect him just under here, like so. And we'll leave them disconnected, so we'll start getting him ready for to turn him into Super Jinrai in a moment. Right, so then you can put one under there. I'm using a couple of Aerobots, but you can use whoever you want, really. I think in the comic he uses some out of the Grand Galvatron guys, and there we have him with his whatchamacallits. Oh, come here, camera. Here we go, his Combiner Wars. I don't know what that mode is called. To be honest, it looks a bit rubbish. I'm not a big fan of that. So we'll move swiftly on if I can get them out. They're a bit of a pain to get in and out. Right, so we'll chuck him over there and forget all about Air Raid and Firefight. Right, so let's get turning this guy into Super General. We'll transform Optimus Prime in a moment, but we'll get all the component parts ready. Now I believe this is going to go like that. This is going to go flat like so. That is going to become one of the feet. And again this one, so put it out nice and flat, ready. This one is just going to go like that. I think that's it. Yes, I believe so. And that is going to become the other foot. Then we can connect that up in a moment. A bit of an itch there. Right, then we are going to take these off. We're going to fold that hand just in there, I think. You might even use the same hand, I can't remember yet. But we'll have a look in a moment. Right, we'll just put those to one side for a moment, and then we'll come back to those in a moment when we get to Optimus Prime. I'll leave the other hand out. Now then, what we have to do here is disconnect this. Disconnect his head. It does say you can fit the head on underneath, very much like his old G1 toy. But it does look like he's got his head up his bum, which is quite funny. Well, it makes me, it uses me anyway. Right, anyway, so what we need to do, let's see if I can do this. It's all from memory. I haven't actually transformed this guy yet. So we'll see how it goes. If you notice me pausing it, it's because I've had to look at the instructions. Right, so I believe these go all the way up, or as up as they are more than likely to go. I think this is where these now come into play. These rotate around, I think, and in, like so. Right, so after not finagling around, I figured it out. You have to halve the, which was the front of God Bomber's body there, open them out and just fold the arms round. It was actually very finicky, and the black and white photographs on the blooming instruction packet are really irritating. But then you eventually get him into this sort of like configuration. You rotate these up and into place like so, and then you are good to go pretty much. And then we are just now waiting for Optimus Prime, and now we are going to stop this video just here quickly and let me transform him into Optimus Prime. Be right back. Right, okay, right, so let's see, we've got all the parts now. I've got Optimus Prime transformed. He always wants to be a little bit back heavy. Those heel spurs are never that great. Right, so one mistake I did make, I forgot to notice that there was a double hinge. I had the hinge flat this way rather than flat vertical or whatever, and that makes all the difference when trying to actually fit this onto his arm. Yeah, other than that, it's pretty much self-explanatory. Now, it does go together pretty much kind of like the old G1, apart from it's just not just a little peg and a post. It is a few little finagly joints, noticeably this one. It has this big knobbly bit here that's going to go into there. Once you get it lined up, you have to put this heel spur away, first of all, without knocking everything over on your table. There we go. And so that one is now going to go into that joint there. And you can line it up just right, and then we have to get all the others into place as well at the same time. There we go. And then we flip this bit up into there, and that just keeps it steady. I'm going to do the same on this foot. And that is going to go just into there. Keep it nice and flat. And just wiggle it around the place. Always a pain in the bloody arse, tell you that now. There we go. And then just rotate that back up into place. And there we have Optimus Prime. Oh, we're going to call him Optimus Prime, aren't we? Oh, that's come out now. Bloody thing. Right, Optimus Prime. Look at that. Oh, he's so much higher already. And he's actually looking pretty damn cool already. The next thing we're going to do is open out these, rotate that down to there. We're going to do it on this one so you can actually see it. So you rotate that down, bring it around, and now you have the hand already closed up. And then we come to here. Has a little post here and a little hole just there on his forearm. That is going to simply slot into there, and this slot goes into a little slot just there on his forearm. You can't really see it from that angle. So that goes into there. That goes into there, and this whole assembly then should just clip round into place like so. Then I believe we close this one up, and then this one just closes up around it. Giving him some extra armaments, if that actually is a word. I don't know. I like making up words when I'm doing this. So that one's now going to go onto there, like so. If I can get it into the right place, that one closes up as well. That then comes round. Make sure you get it out of the way of the bloody arm. And that one just folds up into place. Right, so let me angle my camera up so we can now see what we're doing. I'm now going to just stand up. Hopefully this will be in view. Now, to get this top section on, it is really finicky. We have two little holes just there and one there. These are going to go onto two sections. Hopefully you can see this. Just there and there. And then that is as hard as it gets, providing you can get them on. Without knocking everything over. It does sort of want to go on there, but just getting them on. Right, okay, so we've got them on. Then all we're going to need to do now is you just got to find just how these fall into there. They do click in. Then this section is going to come all the way down, and that is going to click into place as well. And then that just can push against that. And that is basically your Super God Jinrai in his Super God Jinrai mode. And he looks absolutely amazing. I absolutely really like this guy. He seems to want to be a bit back here. I don't think one of these legs is tabbed in completely correctly. Bit of a pain in the arse, those bloody legs anyway. But once you get him standing, and if I just... That's probably right. It's probably just at the wrong click joint on that one. And you can move it one on the knee and just angle them apart. And there he is. That looks pretty damn spectacular. Can't really see it from that bloody angle. It is a bit flimsy on those joints. I'm going to need to rotate it somewhere. Probably at that one. Just rotate it forward. There we go. Let's see if I can just get a nice angle of him there. And that is pretty cool. I mean, he looks absolutely fantastic. We're going to stick this on. This is going to go into one of these little holes just here. Like so. That gives him his little thing. And he has a sword and everything he can hold. Not too keen on the sword. Can't remember him having it in the cartoon. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. Can't really remember. You can give him the little guns. You can put the guns here on his ankles if you want. We can put them a bit lower. It's up to you, really. Like so. There we go. Let's push these bloody out again. Get on there. Right, there we go. He's definitely a big fella. I'll tell you that now. You really do like him. He just is a bit, it's all these panels and everything like that, just really makes it a bit cumbersome, really. A bit back heavy. You can find the right spot just to get him. It's hard, it's a hard one just to get him in the right sort of angle. I'm not quite sure why I'm struggling so much to get him in the right bloody angle. But there you go, but once you do, he's actually pretty damn cool. There we go, if we move him all the way back there. I really do like this guy. He's a lot of fun and he looks really good. Like I was saying, if you've got a bit more time to mess about, you can actually, I just forgot actually, you can put these two guns just up here, giving them some more firepower, but it won't like that in the old G one, so I probably won't bother with that. You can stick this, I think as I said earlier, somewhere up here. It does sort of fit on. There is a couple of little grooves and that will go in there. Don't know if that's going to go in. There we go. So there you go, you can fit his head on, so you have got some storage for it, which is pretty cool. But he is alright, I'll give him that. He's not too bad. He's got a strange ankle tilt right in the middle of his knee there. But I really think he's actually alright. I can't remember how much I paid for him, about £60. Anyway, right, this has been Graham, the Collect 75. I'm going to end this video there. If you like this video, don't forget to like it, comment, subscribe, and also, of course, you can support my channel using the little Ko-fi link down at the bottom there. Right, I'm going to see you all next time. Bye for now.